This trip starts with a phone call to Jerry Blake. He has a landowner tag that opens up, and I've always wanted to come to New Mexico. It was really super intriguing, and it was the opportunity. That's how how this hunt starts. It was with the opportunity. It didn't take me long to figure out that I needed to jump on it and come.
So we're in Albuquerque. We are just about to pick up our car, and we got a bit of a drive. We had a good day of travel from Boise, Idaho to New Mexico, and also Reno, Nevada for Sean, the cameraman behind the camera. And we're off to the races. The adventure starts. Let's go.
I met Butch in Las Vegas at the SHOT Show last year and sat down and talked with him for what was supposed to be a 5-minute conversation, and it turned into an hour. I was really excited to talk to him and have him come out and do an elk hunt too.
All right, guys. We're gonna pick up a archery target so we can shoot in camp and make sure our zero's dialed. I talked to the outfitter. He's got a couple targets, but they're in a different area with other hunters, so we're gonna get one here, and then we're gonna get on the road and get to camp. Yeah, I like to get one that's nice so that I don't fight it shooting broadheads into it and get stuck and you get a glue on your arrows and stuff. So, you know, get some of these cheaper targets and you have problems. And that's why people come to New Mexico.
The whole trip down here, it kind of transitions as you move from Albuquerque to here. And pretty soon we're like, you know, we're high up in elevation. I think we're at 7,600 feet here. And you transition off these lowlands to this higher ground, kind of almost, you know, it's pristine, there's pines. And, I mean, it's like cooler outside. I mean, the whole thing, it's like a tourist area. I mean, I didn't even know this was New Mexico, really.
It's amazing how green it is.
Yeah, this year up here has been a phenomenal year for moisture. Normally it don't start raining until July. That's when we start getting our monsoons. And this year it rained all the way through the spring and early summer.
Well, here we are in the middle of New Mexico. Just met one of our guides, Wes Armena, and adventure's about to start. I'm ready. They're going to put us further up the canyon here towards the border of the Indian reservation, but according to Wes, the elk are all right there where they had the plan to put the camp. Maybe move camp in a couple days, but the bottom line is we don't want to spoil the area by just going and setting our camp up right in the middle of where all the elk are.
One thing that separates LOH from other outfitters in the area is I don't have a main lodge where I hunt out of all the time in a certain radius where I do my hunts. I have a mobile command center. It's a 30-foot car hauler. I haul 2 Polaris Rangers, all my gear, and all my camps are mobile. I go to where the elk are and I hunt several different units depending on the rainfall and the vegetation that they've got for that year and the caliber of bulls that I think we can pull out of those units.
So we had high hopes for this wallow, lots of game cameras, and then yesterday it looks like some kids and family came in and found it and made it into their four-wheeler enjoyment. There was still some elk that came in after they were done. Interesting though, had to come in from a back road, apparently quite a ways off, according to Wes.
Sure, some come down this canyon. There's another canyon that breaks off of this one.
Parker the Packer? Sure. Parker the Packer.
That's what it could be.
I like it. That's easy to remember.
Parker's the Sherpa.
How's it going, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
Good to see you.
Glad you made it.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Yeah, it's exciting. beautiful area. We did a little reconnaissance back here, and it's just like, man, wow, this is neat.
Yeah.
And then right next to the reservation as well, it's like, you never know.
Oh yeah.
Triple Beard, the first all-lead turkey load from the makers of Heavy Shot. Speedball technology reduces deformation on setback, keeping the pellets more uniform and reduces the pancake effect of lead. Magnum Blend technology, which is a mix of 5s, 6s, and 7s, lets you take gobblers at any range, whether it's up close and personal or you gotta reach out and touch one. It's available in 3 and 3.5-inch 12 gauge, as well as 3-inch 20 gauge. Check out the new Triple Beard at HeavyShot.com.
Kept us up all night, bugling around our tent. They were just within, I don't know, 50 meters. So it's like there's probably 3 different bulls. So this day promises to be exciting here right off the bat. It sounds like they've moved further up the valley, but hopefully we get into them. When I was down at the bottom, I heard that one over there, and then I also heard one up here though. This one was a lot closer. That one's a lot closer then. Another one over here too. Sounds like a couple, 2 or 3 at least. I think we'll get across the creek over here. You know, to get there, because if they smell where you walk to, sneak around and keep them tucked in the pine trees. To that part.
So this week, Butch is going to be hunting with my head guide, Wes. He's got 21 years experience as an elk guide, and I've got 100% confidence that the both of them are going to be able to get the job done.
Successful here, if they're hot and bugling in the mornings, I like to get out and try to locate them and get on the hot ones and try to get one called in. And in the evenings, I'd like to sit water, because this time of year it's really hot, and when the bulls go to rutting, they're really hot, so they key on going into them water holes, so we like to sit them, and it's pretty good action when they're coming into them.
So if we shoot, what we think will happen is it'll come down and hit the road, that trail. So we got a shot there, a shot there, and a shot here. You better get ready.
Jerry made the call, hey, let's just call and let's see what happens here. And all of a sudden, bam, you know, woo! And the bull is working its way down, and we transition, we set up, we transition. We're trying to judge his angle coming down, getting over, getting everything set up. And he just gets hung up like at 150 yards. And there was a great little meadow and shooting lanes and that type of thing. It was cool, it was fun. And I think for the first morning, it was like a home run. I mean, you're just sitting there going, dude, we're gonna get a blackjack here.
So that reservation,
that's really high mountain, steep stuff. It's rough.
is that the one you're talking about, like dropping off on the top and hunting down?
Hunting all the way down.
I don't really think it makes sense for me to go back with you guys and all of us if we're just gonna kind of hang out back there, right?
Tonight?
Yeah. Make
Yeah,
more
I
sense
wasn't even
for me.
I wasn't even gonna sit there neither. I was just gonna get it all set up and then get out of there because it's less scent. Everybody's sitting together, you know.
Well, it's about 3:50
We're
now.
gonna park about, I'd say, almost half a mile, 3/8 of a mile, I'd say, from it, and walk down to it, stash the buggies, and sneak in there. See which way the wind's coming in. Get set up.
Okay.
You know, so we rely on Wes. He likes to get aggressive in the morning, on foot, going, getting after them. And then he likes to get in early on a place where he knows there's going to be activity as the day cools down. It's very, very warm here. And he's got this specific, what he called pond. It wasn't much of a pond because the water was basically mud, right? It made sense to me because there was no bugling going on until the last 30 minutes of the day. And really you don't have enough time to get in position or something like that. So it's better to be strategic about where you're gonna put yourself. And this mud hole / wallow strategy made a lot of sense to me.
Super happy to introduce the K2 coolers to the Prime Revolution family. You know, a cooler is a huge part of the outdoor world, and these coolers are unbelievable. They're as good as any on the market. They're actually a little bit lighter. You know, some of the competitors are very heavy, tough to lug around. They're a little bit different in size. This is the 30 quart. It goes right in the back of the truck. Unbelievable latches. They latch tight, hold ice forever. They are what they are. I mean, you know, a huge part of the outdoor world. I mean, this, to me, is one of the most important things that we have out there. We're hunting in August, archery hunting in Nevada. It's really hot, desert. We got to get that animal taken care of, get it out, get it in the cooler, get it cut apart. They have a huge variety of sizes. I mean, you can put a whole elk in one of these things. They're unbelievable. K2 coolers, it's the way to go.
Getting ready to go a little further in. Have a little water when it warms up. It's kind of cold this morning compared to yesterday. I mean, it's all relative, but.
We're riding down the trail and I'm looking at this bowstring on the metal rack, and all of a sudden it just went thwap and just blew up. The cam's crooked. I'm like, oh no, not good.
Well, we were riding into our area and had the bow on the front of the guide's four-wheeler, Wes's four-wheeler, and the cable was exposed a little bit to the basket here and rubbed through. And so basically the bow's unshootable. So we're in the process right now of trying to find a bow tech trained facility that we can take it to that hopefully can replace the cables for us and get us back in the fight. Well, we're in good hands. It's pretty evident, but would have been a lot nicer if it had just been a string and cable replacement, but one of the limbs torqued when this was cut, and so it's starting to splinter a little bit, so I made the decision to replace the limb as well, which makes it a little more in-depth rebuild.
Then the other thing too is we used to have a saying in the military is 3 makes 2, 2 makes 1, and 1 makes none. And I only brought one bow, you know, for an epic hunt, right? And so who am I gonna blame? I'm gonna blame, you know, Wes? I mean, no, I should blame myself. I should be like, no problem, I've got another bow. We're not as remote as a lot of the hunts that I've done, you know, and grew up doing, but we're still remote. And when you blow up a bow, it's not like you bumped your rifle scope and you're gonna figure out if you're gonna hit or not when you pull the trigger, right? You're done.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Feel pretty good about it. Doesn't get any better than that, guys. I mean, you get a subject matter expert, got it dialed right back in the game, high confidence. Picked up a soft shell case. If we're gonna run on that 4-wheeler again, we'll have some more protection so it doesn't happen, but feeling pretty good about the experience we just had here. It was worth the drive, going 3.5 hours to come to a place that had the right guys with the right knowledge and the right parts, replacement parts and pieces. Makes it nice.
Perfect, like you were saying, out of the west.
See, it goes over this little canyon and sucks it back up the draw.
Yeah. He's gonna go down right there. He's down.
was like so focused on that. Whew, that was exciting. He was standing. I know where he was right here. I'm just wanting to see these solid broadheads, how well, because man, that was right, should be a hole through the heart. Yeah, but I'm just looking in here, kind of seeing him as if we didn't know where he was, which way he went. He just came in on a string with 2 cows, actually a cow and a calf, and he sure is an awesome looking bull, and he gave us a great opportunity to harvest him. I'm super excited about it. Yeah, your plan was spot on, wasn't it?
Yeah. The first shot was not so spot on.
Yeah, I heard Wes tell me what the yardage was. He actually had the rangefinder, and I just shot over his back right away, and you know, I shot him for a little bit further than he was, and fortunately we didn't spook him too much, and he actually came back and smelt the arrow and set up at 46, 47 yards.
46.
Right?
First
40.
shot was 40.
Yeah, 46 yards the second shot, and we put it right in the wheelhouse. So,
And I put that sucker right behind his front shoulder, and I let it rip. And luckily, whack, went right into the Boilermaker, man. It was good. And then after that, dude, I mean, we watched the whole thing. It wasn't like we had a tracking job. I mean, this thing like started to get drunk and do this and wobble up and boom, into the trees. I mean, it was the best tracking job. Everyone needs to have one of those every now and then. They're trying to confirm if they have weapons or not.
Eagle 6, Saber 3. Roger, we're observing area, negative contact. Saber 3, Eagle 6. Where, if you find out where they are, then they just come up there to the north and south end, because I'm looking on 7
Alright, these guys definitely got weapons.
The wreckage of this life can build you or tear you down. What motivates you when there's no one else around?